ranking has a really stupid one. I'm not doing all that right now. We're reading. I'm reading the thing. I'm reading. Okay, I'm not here to feed you guys. You guys have these characters. You do it yourself. All right, cool, Kai. Let's see if I actually hate you because you're actually a super bossy chick, and that's something that Bag is really deeply into, and I really don't like it. All right, let's go. I'll only give her excuses if I think the commander pisses me off, but this guy hasn't pissed me off as much. So we'll see. I gotta read this all slow. Wait. Morning, Yellow Zone, Elmo Ops Room. All the files and reports and files meant to be worked on today are now perfectly sorted on my table. Each one clearly labeled with an exceptional, perfect annotations and concise project summary. The only thing missing being, I don't remember having these finishing these. Good morning, Commander. A new day has dawned. Excellent. Looks like you've woken up extremely swiftly today. I'm glad to see you in good spirits. Well, this is nice. Did you just say bossy is sexy? Smexy. Klukai. I expected we got a suspicious passenger aboard the Elmo. I inspected the Elmo's operational status. There are no abnormalities, of course, including the crew. However, if there's a reason for your unusual alertness today, I don't mind going through the Elmo again. Rest assured, Commander, with me present, no one will ever be allowed to harm you. Seeing how serious Klukai reacts to a suspicious stranger, I feel like I've made a poorly thought out joke. Rather than harm, it feels like they're being generous. I can't do all these big words today. All of my reports and files have been compiled overnight. She went on the Elmo on Girls Frontline 1. She's cute. Shh, I gotta read it. Don't spoil anything. Commander, have you double-checked those documents? They were wonderfully done. So perfect, in fact. I feel like I should just pay them well enough for them to remain here. You ought to feel pleased now, as they have already decided to remain. Already? Really? How many more hints do I need to give you? Given those sloppy records and disorganized files of yours, only I could help you organize them all in one night. Technically, it took me 4 hours, which is roughly twice as fast than you did it on your own. Thanks, Klukai. With your help, I can go straight to dispatch room now. To arrange dispatch, I've drawn up a plan for today's dispatch assignments. It's been sent over to your terminal. I skeptically pull out my terminal to check. Did you do the data analysis overnight too? A trivial task that didn't take very long. Anyways, I've taken care of all the work which needs doing. Commander, you can just relax for the day or the rest of the day now. The appreciation can come later. What I'd like to remind you is you have a lot of free time today. So if you happen to or have something you wanted to do but could never find the time for, or so well put together, things you wanted to say but never found the opportunity to do so, today would be the proper time for closure. Thanks, that was helpful. After briefly thanking Klukai, I immediately start checking the dispatch plans. She gonna kill you, Commander. Klukai does not appear to have any intention of leaving just yet. You seem to have more to say? No. Poor girl. It's not your fault he's stupid. Klukai looks a little displeased. Was my tone too informal? Did the screen just move forward? What in the doki doki? Huh? Sorry, it freaks me out when it happens. I just wanted to remind you, Commander. Don't you have something you want to say? Today's not a busy day. You have ample time to think it through. Klukai intensifies her tone. Her expression is growing more serious, fixing her eyes on me without looking away. Looks like she won't settle for anything less than an answer today. What's with her? Putting on a thoughtful demeanor right away, huh? Commander, I've already assisted in completing all your work today. Please use the time saved to reflect on it, and don't leave anything out. What am I supposed to ponder on without hands? Well, Klukai started helping me today. I think I figured it out. I see. Sorry, Klukai, for taking so long before talking to you. Hearing that, Kulkai's expression finally softens. She hums gently in satisfaction, signaling for me to continue. It's about field work, isn't it? Field work? Both Groza and Mei Ling are out for field work lately. Or out on field works lately. And Groza especially informed me before leaving that you would take over her responsibilities during her absence. However, I assumed you're not well versed in the Elmo's matters, right? Shall I give you a short briefing? No? Oh my god, she's vibrating out of anger! A tinge of hesitation clouds Kulkai's expression, as if she's withholding her feelings. The opera room is thus falls into a brief, awkward silence. I thought the music changed. It just dropped. At last, the enigmatic ripples return to tranquility. No, that's right. But rest assured, Commander, I am an elite doll that leads Hyde 404 and will soon be in charge of all matters on the Elmo, which include the Commander's schedule and the entire schedule. Hearing Kulkai's acknowledgement, I experienced a sense of relief. Well, looks like I can entrust you with the Elmo for the time being. Only now do you realize that? Besides, the suffix condition was redundant. Boy. Anyways, I have enabled all access for you. Whether it's my work or the schedule, you can check in any time and follow up. Oh, it's my coffee link. I saw that. Hey! Go buy my comic. Keeps me making more. Thank you. It's like $4.99. You spent like $100 on your gacha game last week. However, Commander, you're still the one in charge of the Elmo. I'll be confirming all the schedules and tasks with you. In addition, I'd like to remind the Commander that giving someone this much access is a bit reckless. Please be more conscientious about it, unless you entrust them to me. The most sensible, this is the most sensible decision you could take. And I'm counting on you. Rest assured, Commander, you will not be disappointed. Whether it's your work or daily life, I'll get everything organized. Just you watch. This girl's gonna try too hard. Across the storm, too. Morning. Yellow zone. Outside the Elmo. I've been waiting for a while, Commander. As I exit the Elmo, I can see Kulkai's waiting for me on her motorbike. She tucks her terminal back into her pocket. I can't help but ponder how many times she's double-checked it while waiting. Sorry for being late. I was under the impression today was a day off. Is there still more work to do? Commander, have you properly checked today's schedule? I promise to assist you in organizing all your work and daily life. You haven't forgotten that, have you? Since the rest day, I honestly didn't pay attention. You gotta do that back head rubbing thing that characters do in anime. I pull up my calendar and start checking the day's schedule. It's packed. So packed, in fact, that I'm under the illusion that I've become a resident of a safe zone. As expected, you took long enough. Let me just explain. Since the Elmo just so happens to be stationed near a green zone, I have planned you a vacation in the satellite city. A decent change of scenery once in a while, don't you think? As this is a time for relaxation, you don't have to be so on edge, Klukai. Let's just enjoy time together, shall we? You're right. I scroll to the vacation itinerary. The plan she created. I don't know why I can't say these words I can normally say. I'm hearing them in my head. I just can't say them. I can't. I don't know why. First, ride with Kulkai's motorbike into the green zone, arriving just in time for a proper lunch at a pre-booked restaurant. I heard of this restaurant. Must be hard to get reservations, right? Luckily, booking a table there is a breeze for 404 if we desire. After the meal is a cafe. We have Springfield's coffee on board the Elmo. Is this really necessary? It is. I mean, the cats in this cafe can help you relax. Bag's not gonna like it when I say this. So, Klukai is just Girls Frontline's Arcana. She's the dream girlfriend. I get what this is. She wants to take you on dates. She's a little grumpy, but it's to push you a little forward onto the date. She's got nerdy stuff like wanting to go to cat cafes. She's actually really shy, even though she's bossy with everyone else. At least she has a second personality. Arcana, your second personality doesn't really actually exist. It's just a point for the plot convenience. And they both have bluish hair. And their elemental type is both purple. Gotcha. The cats in the cafe can help you relax. Cats cafes are relaxing if you like cats. I would have much rather been to an aquarium. And lastly, head over to our Power Sports show to research the latest modules or models of motorbikes. We can check out many of the latest models. Is the commander interested? Yeah, bikes are cool. Klukai just needs a break, that's all. She don't care about the break. She wants breaking, if you get what I'm saying? Ow. It's a little too late to ask me if I'm interested. Very much so. But look at her face. How could you say no? Though compared to her constant facade of a mature leader and everything, I find Klukai is overdue for a candid sharing of her interests, much more comforting. Then I suppose it keeps me it's to keep me company. Stop it! This is wholesome. Time's ticking, Commander, and time for us to move out. No need to contemplate anything. Just follow me and relax. All right, I'm about to break bag and everybody's illusion real quick. Are you guys listening? Is Dylan in the chat and like the other 5 other people who are still actually here and not just lurking? You're not gonna like it when I say this. You can do really degen junk. And then stop. And do cute, wholesome stuff afterwards. You can also reverse that. You can do really cute, wholesome stuff. Then do degen stuff afterward. And you know what's the crazy part? It can continue. Big brain. No need to contemplate things. Just follow me and relax. Bet I'm here for a free ride. Remember this day as well. Our first date since our reunion. I'll make the commander's experience the most unforgettable vacation ever. Second option all the way. Blah, 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 blah. Klukai hands me the helmet she prepared. Hops on the motorbike and gestures for me to sit in the back seat. Wait, without much hesitation, I follow Klukai on the bike. I wish Zotsky or Midnight were here to go. Sit in the back seat. Men don't sit in the back seat. Yada yada red pill nonsense. That'd be funny. Commander, hold me tight or you'll fall off. Yeah. This is just for wholesome reasons. Bag, stop making the universe wake me up to tell you that you can, or that you vrooming is not wholesome. Dang, she woke up for that. That's crazy. I slide my hand around Klukai's waist. Oh, Lord. Perfect. I want a woman in charge. A little tighter. Klukai leans down and starts off. He literally can't say that. I'm literally riding the motorbike behind her. I'm literally vrooming with her, and she got mad because I wasn't holding her tight enough. All right. Klukai leans down and starts off. With a roar of an engine, the motorbike shoots out like a bullet. Sitting in the back seat. Men don't sit in the back seat. There he is. I never realized you acquired such a hobby. Surprise! There was a time when 404 was left to just me and Mekti. It's a lot easier to get around this way, and I just became used to it. Listen, have you ever ridden on a motorcycle? No. Besides, racing freely on the road like this, before you say it's for safety, she did the blushy face before she did it. So it wasn't for safety. She just wanted you to wrap around her like that. That was it. This man's trying to make excuses. That's not what she was asking for. Bag always gets mad because he actually secretly loves freaks. It was like Sakura when she did that collarbone thing. That was crazy. I've never heard a woman talk about your collarbone. That one was crazy, alright? That's all I'm saying. Boy, racing freely on the road like this, all the responsibilities and worries seem to be left behind for a while. What do you think, Commander? That's why I used to like riding my bike and my scooter. I used to ride all the time with my auntie and uncle. It's actually for safety. Please do not relate this to family to try to save yourself. Hopping in the back seat, sleeping. Exactly. This is pretty nice. While I take in the landscape of the yellow zone, today's visibility is so low that I can't even see the road ahead. At the same time, a powerful sandstorm, often recognized as a herald of the collapse storm, relentlessly rushes by. It roars, echoing behind my ears. I can't help but feel a sense of unease. But I'm afraid our joyride would have to come to an end. You don't like this, Commander? I do, but the impending collapse storm doesn't. You better close that mouth. I'll hold her waist for dear life. I point at the darkening sky with gathering clouds in the distance. No doubt, a storm is brewing. Of all times, it had to be now. Relax, we're out of luck. There's a ruin nearby we can use for temporary shelter. What's with you and your girls in ruins? I sent you the coordinates. Let's go there. Okay, hold on to me. This is going to be rough. See, now it's for safety. If I ever rode with a girl, I would expect either of us to hold on tight. You better close his mouth. Afternoon, yellow zone, coordinates, blah. Boof. Another rock is mercilessly kicked into the wind. Klukai almost cleaned up the ruin's entrance. Klukai, come take a break and sit down for a bit. Just standing there and moping. Collapse storms are a common occurrence in the contaminated zones. You'll get used to it. While clearly still upset, Klukai nevertheless walks back and takes a seat beside me. She's grumpy. The weather forecast has become as reliable as the word of a certain commander. Instead of putting my faith in this kind of stuff, I might as well go ahead and flip a coin to decide her next step. Hey, there's a girl in Nikkei who does that same thing. You're being a little dramatic, aren't you? Thanks to this darn weather, our plans for the day have fallen through. On the bright side, I'll remember this day fondly, just like you hoped. Remembered as the worst dating experience ever. I'll say this much. I already like this date more than like a lot of fictional dates in fiction. This is like a genuine girlfriend experience. This one right here is the closest they put on. The pissed off girlfriend who's mad that everything went wrong even though you're completely fine with it. This is a real thing. Or at least I've had that before, which I just think is funny. He was like, oh man, this day was completely fine. I don't mind that it's raining or windy or whatever else, and she's just mad. And I almost want to giggle. Isn't that the worst possible outcome? In this case, I might as well erase this memory as quick as possible. It's not like that. At this point, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do or say to or smooth the frustrations of this elite doll. Commander. After a brief silence, Klukai is the first to speak. Won't you say something, Commander? I'm used to the weather here. Collapse storms impact everyone who moves through the contaminated zones equally. That's not what she means. This is 100% real. I mean, we've got a lot of free time right now. Don't you have anything you'd like to tell me? Tell her something. Klukai seems to be asking the question a lot lately. Under different context, too. Is she hoping that I can exhibit better decision-making skills? Indeed, most of our time together has been spent handling missions. It's only natural she'd be concerned with that. You're a dope. But at least he's a more realistic dope. Definitely over the top in the job department, but at least you're just confused. And not like, what? Noir, we're alone together and you have your boobs in my face. You wanted me to look at them? At least we're not that guy. Yeah. But it's a rest day today. Even with the plans distributed by the collapse storm, I still wanted everyone to be a bit more relaxed. This storm's probably going to last a couple more hours. We're not making it to the satellite city at this rate. How about we figure out what we should do after the storm is over instead? Ooh. For whatever reason, Klukai reveals an expression alien to her usual self. It's obvious that she is deeply happy. But in the end, she doesn't say anything. Yeah, her perfect date got ruined. Evening, Yellow Zone, Elmo Public Area Bar. I couldn't find you anywhere. Turns out you're holed up here drinking. It's the new wine Maylene brought back. Commander's still the popular one, not unlike back at Griffin. Well, so why are you looking at me? I can't believe all my tasks today should be done. Klukai's stern expression makes me want to pull out my terminal and check if I miss a certain arrangement. Looks like I have to remind you that, since Mailing and Grozer are back from field work, I won't be in charge of assisting you from tomorrow onwards. Well, in other words, the reason I'm staying here isn't work. Seems like you can now take a breather. Hey, try this new wine, stuff is lit. We need to stop taking her alcohol stash. Listen, Ellie, we only have two options. We're either that guy or we're the dang girl, show me your boobs guy. There's no in between. There's like 1,000 other people we can be before we're just those two guys. I glanced at the liquor cabinet behind, select a couple of flavors of juices and what's left, and pour them into a shaker along with tonic water, adding some salt and ice. Then I shake it evenly, then finally pour a glass in front of Klukai. What am I, Tifa Lockhart? Are you Cloud? A non-alcoholic drink made is for you. It might be a little skimpy, but it's the best we got here. Thank you, Commander. I should be the one thanking you. Yeah, it's been tough on you these days. I raise my glass and gently clink Klukai's. However, she only stares at me, ponderous, without raising her glass. This leads me to set my glass down awkwardly as well. Is that all? Commander, don't you have anything else to say? Should I? Klukai isn't the type who remains silent when they have something to say. What else could prompt her persistently? I ponder for a moment, then come up with an answer. Commander, I see. Klukai, you're suggesting that the Elmo and Hyde 404 are part of a cooperative partnership, not seniors and subordinates. And then? So supporting the Elmo and aiding me in my work these days weren't a part of your duties. I'm such a fool for expecting anything from you. This character's hilarious. Maybe due to my inability to come up with a clear solution, Klukai's eyes immediately dull. She lets out a soft sigh, then playfully mocks herself, as if having an internal monologue. No need for you to worry about that. I'll make sure to compensate you accordingly. Not only that, but since you're over-delivered on your duties, this payment will be nothing less than a fortune. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. My bad, girl. I'm trying to read the room. I'm not good at this. I'm terrible with signals. This would be exactly how this would go, especially if I was a drunk. I am awful with signals. Every time I'm in a relationship, I say the words, tell me directly. I don't do signs well until I've had time to pick up on them. Tell me. Rather than a delighted face I was looking forward to seeing from Klukai, I'm faced with a seldom seen one, encompassing repressed frustration and bitterness. You really don't have a clue. Whoa. Right now, even her voice is a few decibels above her usual. And do they tell you? Yes. She gulps down the drink, then slams the glass on the tabletop. Klukai? Whoa! What in the dokie dokie? Before I can even ask, she yanks me by the collar of my shirt. Since you keep playing dumb, Commander, don't blame me for being discourteous. What the freak's happening? This is great. Perhaps fueled by rage, Kulkai's face suspiciously turns red. Although the beverage was undoubtedly non-alcoholic, a tinge of sour and sweet, telltale odor of alcohol still lingers in the air. When have you ever been courteous? I mean, the sweet, or the kind of sureness that can be perceived at a glance is the most dangerous, right, Klukai? Why am I getting riddleish? What am I, the Riddler? Also, why is the danger music starting? While doing my best to verbally appease Klukai, I attempted to find a way for her to let go of her grip without angering her further. At this point, are you still avoiding me, Commander? Do you think I'd allow that to happen? Her grip becomes tighter, almost twisting my collar 180 degrees. Are you really not going to explain yourself, Commander? After all these years, you could have possibly never received any of my messages, could you? I tried reaching out to you so many times. Why would you have to be in any capacity? Oh, this was about that. Because Kulkai's a dangerous woman you don't want to upset. That's why. I like a challenge. Klukai, listen to me. I can explain. Just let go of me first. No! You don't even bother to answer me once. Not even a single message. Why should I listen to you? She pulls me in closer again. The distance between Klukai and myself shortens until a distance where even breathing feels intrusive. Commander, why won't you say anything? Are you still playing dumb even now? I'm right in front of you. All of these questions, you still won't answer a single one. What about all I need is you? Was that merely a ruse to fool me like a child all along? Klukai is clearly in a terrible mood. With the way things are going, the reply needs to be weighted carefully so not to further her or anger her further. While I was thinking of a response, Klukai keeps her voice and grievances continuous. It's been so hard to finally find you, and I thought you finally needed me again. But how did it turn out on the Elmo? All these dolls already. It's so lively here. So you just been recruiting new dolls one after another, but never even thought to bother with me? Not only that, but you treat me like a complete outsider, going on and on about partnerships and compensation or whatever or whatnot. When on earth did 404 ever charge you for anything? Her utterance grows more and more agitated, as if she was drunk. Had I known you didn't intend to leave alone at all and still needed Doll's assistance, I would have shown up ages ago to get you. And what happened? Here I am, worried that the agreement of 404 would affect you negatively, like a total dork. Well, there's a word. That agreement can't do crap to me. And even now, you won't even give me an explanation. Kulkai's voice halts abruptly. Her pupils cease to focus gradually. Klukai? Even louder, now accompanied by a strong odor of alcohol. I quickly glance at the tabletop. The glass of non-alcoholic beverage that was supposed to be consumed still sits there full, making a mockery of a certain someone's current embarrassing state. My glass was filled with vodka. And darn, she downed it all. Detecting level 2 intrusion of multiple dolls. Oh god, and she's drunk. The warning rings up untimely, breaking the stalemate between me and Klukai. Yet Klukai remains surprisingly calm. Intrusion? Multiple dolls at that. Intruder. Identifying intruder. Confirmed. Tactical. Yo, she's for real crashing out. Klukai, are you accessing everyone's level 2? Teehee. Today I'll show the commander who the Elmo's true. Please expedite response. Several dolls are facing forced shutdown. So for your information, Klukai, what are you doing in level 2? Cut it out! However, focus on level 2. Klukai ignores my pleas. It's over. It's the end of the world. I vaguely overhear mournful cries of Mekti in the distance. Klukai has some of the most advanced electronic warfare gear in her system. So this is why you guys have been calling her a yandere. 5 days ago. Klukai, today's combat report has yet. Realizing I called her out to her, Klukai immediately reverts her eyes. The report's in the ops room. Is it? Huh. Well, we can go to get. I'll leave now. 3 days ago. Klukai, there's training later today. Do you? 4-4's got his own training, so I won't be here. But Mekti's coming. I train by myself. Klukai interrupts my invitation with a stiff excuse and turns away like that. For the second time, is she avoiding me? She's just a lonely cat who feels abandoned after 10 years. Pretty justified in my opinion. Yesterday. Ever since Klukai declined my invitation, I haven't seen her for the past 2 days. She's totally hiding from me. Since I can't find her, maybe I should send her a message? I open my comms terminal and type a message to Klukai. Morning, Yellow Zone. Elmo's ops room. New message arrived. I open my interface. It's Kulkai's reply. On our day off at 10 in the morning, I'll meet you at the Elmo's exit ramp. Where are you? My message sent to her still hangs visibly above her reply. The date displayed from a day earlier. Anyway, it's a nice thing she replied. After all, she's been avoiding me for a while. I guess it has something to do with the glass of vodka. Hold on, today's a rest day. I glance at the clock. Only 10 minutes later before the promised meeting. Morning, Yellow Zone, outside of the Elmo. I didn't expect the commander to actually see the message. You can't keep that cool front now, girl. I saw all that. That was all that. For you, you're not. I saw all of it. After all, it's quite difficult to see you nowadays. I still cherish that. If possible, please let me know further in advance next time, okay? It's difficult to see me. Nothing changed for me compared to the usual. It looks like you it's you who didn't look hard enough. Fine. I'm sure you didn't deliberately avoid me. Definitely not while drunk. Commander! Klukai interrupts. I have no idea where you're going with this, but I would advise against it, or else. Or else I will not be too happy about it, which would wouldn't spell good news for you. Indeed, when you made a whole scene in level 2 last time, you created the biggest breach the Elmo's seen in years. That was an accident. But rather than mocking me with those words, let's get on the bike, Commander. Klukai seems unwilling to continue the conversation about the drunken episode and tosses me the helmet I wore the last time while she tossed it at me this time. She's so angry. Am I riding in the back seat today as well? I won't be able to steer very well if you sit in the front. But I don't mind trying it if you insist. And forget it. Klukai gets on a motorbike, closely followed by myself. Not bad. Looks like you've taken it upon yourself to hold on to me. Klukai appears somewhat content with the situation, and just like that, she drives me around the plains of the Yellow Zone for a while. Wholesome vroom vroom! After an unknown period, Klukai finally pulls over to the side of the road. Get off. Looks like today's date won't be in the green zone. That date was indeed a shame. However, I didn't say it was a date this time. That aside, since you were the one who messaged me first, you must have something to say this time, Commander. Seems like whether or not it's going to be a date depends on what I have to say. If that's how you interpret it, fine. Oi, that's awkward, Klukai. You don't want to give the impression that you're only saying this because you wanted to spend time in the green zone. A hint of anticipation appears on Kulkai's face. No, as long as the commander refrains from avoiding the obvious this time. Don't worry. Actually, I wasn't trying to avoid it. I'm just gonna figure out how to say it. Klukai, I'm well past being Griffin's commander. Yet even as a bounty hunter, the circumstances I find myself in are much better. I've always known that. She's like, I knew you were a bum. I don't care about all that red pill crap. I like you, you bum. I knew my man was broke. I was gonna lift him up. Yo, you ready for baseball season? Only the noir skin. I'll take the Blanc one too, but that noir skin, yeah. It's just not a question of the complex web of powers that play around or surrounding us, but I myself am subject to many constraints and binding, as you're aware. So even though the agreement does not ostensibly affect 404, I always thought that for you who are in perils of your own, establishing contact with the Elmo before the agreement is relaxed or before the constraints of the Elmo are gone would bring out about greater risks to you. I know you're not afraid of any of that, but are you worried that I'll get in trouble if I come too close to you? So to speak. Commander, I've always respected your decisions. I can feel the build up to this. And I've always convinced myself with thought that if you're not ready yet, then I won't bother you. Oh, maybe not. Ever since I became leader of 404, I've often had no choice but to make compromises and changes. Of course, it's all for the sake of making 404 stronger and protecting our members. Pyder's game. You can get merch too. I understand that in this world, how much are baseball tickets right now? Being strong and powerful is what gives you the right to make decisions. But Klukai ponders for a moment and looks at me solemnly. What are they giving out at that kind of game? Being safe too is something you can only feel assured once it's firmly in your own hands. I'm sure you'll understand that more than I do. Since you get it, that makes everything easier. But it's no longer just that, Commander. I'll always stand by 404, but I'll never give up on you either, much less accept the fact that you've been trying to estrange yourself from me for these reasons like this. The path chosen by the new leader of 404 and the elite doll Klukai. Squad 404, those who don't exist, who have fought tooth and nail in the past just to survive, we are more than capable of doing it again. Besides, you're gonna help me, right? The wind ruffles Kulkai's long hair. Beside her is the usual dull brown sky of the yellow zone, and the dark clouds capable of overwhelming everything. The dust arises with the cold wind, as if it has done before countless other collapse storms, rendering everything in the distance glowing blurry. But Klukai stands there, her silhouette unmistakably clear to me. Looks like Klukai is still the same old Klukai, and I was the one that got too sentimental. Seemingly satisfied with this answer, Klukai's face finally breaks into a smile. So what's next on the schedule? Is that even a question? Of course we're going to make up for the date we weren't able to go on last time. You're not going to shut me down now, are you, Commander? Of course not. Well, that concludes this chit-chat. We have to savor the rest of our time. Get on the bike. Riding Klukai's motorbike has become a breeze. The roar of the engine. Klukai once again takes me on a ride. However, sure enough, that weather change was indeed a prelude to a collapse storm. Again? Behind us, signs of a collapse storm resurface. By the looks of things, we got about 5 minutes before the storm reaches our current position. Do we find a place to shelter? The nearest ruins we can hide is 2 kilometers away. It's just a storm after all. Before I can finish, Klukai throttles up with no intention of changing direction and steers the motorbike right along our head of the collapse storm. Just to be clear, it's not that I don't trust you with the performance of your motorbike, but are you really going to try to outrun a storm? You caught on pretty quick this time. No worries, I'll keep you safe. I promise, with all I've got. No matter what obstacles lie ahead, I will overcome them to prove to you. I will not allow myself to be separated from you again, Commander. Aw, that was sweet. That was sweet. She is a great character. I actually really like this character. Yay!